It's Apollorc time! Hello and welcome one and all to the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. My name is Apollorc, and as always, I shall be your host today. First off, if this is the first time you've discovered one of my videos, one of my series, I give you the absolute warmest of welcomes, and I genuinely, truly hope you enjoy your stay, because it's going to be a fun time. For my returning viewers, you might be thinking to yourself, hold up, this ain't Crusader Kings 3, and you're absolutely right about that, because now it's time for something completely different. As I've stated in my About Me, I am going to play any and all games that I genuinely enjoy and have fun with, and this is one of them. I just want to give you a little bit of personal history here, because Spyro is one of the first games I ever played as a kid, just period, alongside series like Crash Bandicoot, Rayman, all that other good stuff that appeared on the PlayStation, the original PlayStation. Someone handed me a controller all the way back at age 3, and I never looked back once. And so today, we're going to be playing Spyro. I'm just going to dive right in. As you can see here, I have a save slot already kind of here for the first game. It's completely done, and that was my test recording. I've technically already kind of done all this, but I wanted to get some practice in before I dove back in. As you can see here, Spyro 1 only took me a little over 4 hours to complete, and that's about how long this series is going to be. It's not a very long game, and I'm really looking forward to it. So without further ado, let's just dive right in as we enter the world of dragons.
Okay, rolling.
It's been peaceful here in the 5 worlds, or is it 6? For a dragon's age, we now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000?
What about this Ganasty Gnorc character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Gnorc is a simple creature.
Simple?
He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom.
No threat?
Besides, he is ugly.
Oh, now it's on.
Ugly?
Yeah.
That does it!
Oh, I would have the same exact reaction there. Give him what's for. Yeah! Crystallize them all.
Looks like I've got some things to do.
Excellent. So, you might be thinking, it's a little weird that we're going against one of our own kind here, a fellow orc. However, it should be stated that he is not a true orc, he is a Gnorc, and therefore inferior. Alright, so, we have immediately been dropped into the first hub world of the entire game. So, just to take a look here, we are in the Artisans world. There are indeed 5, maybe 6 worlds in the game in total. And so before I do anything else, I'm just going to go ahead and hit this dragon right here. Nestor.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the Artisan world, then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Gnorc? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
For the keen-eared amongst you, you might recognize that voice. That is Tom Kenny, who was not the original voice of Spyro, but became the voice of Spyro after the second game was released, and is also famously the voice of SpongeBob. Alright, so while I run around, I just want to kind of give you a brief overview of this game. It is a 3D collectathon platformer, where the object is to collect all the treasure, all the different collectibles, and defeat the final boss. It is really similar to anything that you might play, like Mario, Crash, really, name them all. Croc? Yeah, there's a deep cut for you there. Any Croc fans out there in the comments? Alright. And so, we're just gonna go around and collect everything. Spyro controls very fluidly. He runs around if you hold the X or square button, depending on your controller. He will charge if you hit circle or B, then it's his flame. And then, of course, A/X to jump. Alrighty. Here we are. Let's get Delbin and see what he has to say.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll torch him!
Keep your horns on, Spyro. You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
Alright, and so yes, Sparks is essentially our health bar. When he's golden like this, it means we're at full health, or it means he's at full health, I should say. And yes, okay, I wanted to make sure I had the correct setting on here. So, yes, Sparks is your health bar. Every time you take a hit, he will change color, and if you take enough damage, he'll just disappear entirely. And then ultimately, if you take another hit from there, you will die. I do not intend on dying, not very much at all. Instead, we're going to be thriving here and just torching as many Norks as possible. And there we go, we just collected a life. We got some chests going around here. Some of them you can break with your flame, some of them you can break with your charge. We'll see all of that as we play here. And so, why did I want to play Spyro? I genuinely enjoy this game. It's one of the most fun platformers, in my opinion, just especially as the series continues. There's so much to love and enjoy about it. It's got so much personality, and the reason why I wanted to play the Reignited Trilogy over the original was because I genuinely think that Toys for Bob did a fantastic job with this remake. The graphics are nice and bright and colorful. There's so much to love and appreciate about all of them, and so I really wanted to give them some love. Just look at it. It looks gorgeous. However, as a compromise, you might have seen, I do have the original soundtrack playing there, because I am a little nostalgic for that, and so we get the best of both worlds, I think, when we do it that way. So first off, let's not waste any more time and dive straight into our first world, Stone Hill. This is usually the first world I do as it stands. So every single level, every hub world is going to have its own series of dragons and gems, or treasure they call it in this game, for us to collect, and my intention is to get every single one of them. There was another thing that I failed to kind of comment on as it happened. When I flew and glided to that ledge over there, I got a skill point. Skill points are optional objectives. I think every single level has one of them, and I'm not going to actively go for all of them in this, at least not in my initial run, but perhaps by the end of the series, I'll go and just do a little bonus episode, or just add a bonus clip to kind of collect all of them. We'll see. Alright, but I'm just going to go ahead and start playing immediately. We got, in this particular level, 200 gems to collect, and I am going to be referring to them as gems because that's what I've been calling them my whole life, so there you are. Alright. Got these rams here. They drop lots of money. So, red gems are worth 1, green gems are worth 2, blue are 5, and yellow are 10. We'll see some yellow ones in the future. And there's also a purple one worth 25. So, every single thing is going to be collected, guys. Alright, Lindar, what do you have to say?
When you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
He's like, hey, what you trying to imply there? So yes, Zoe here, the fairy, she acts as sort of a checkpoint system. If I died, I would respawn right here. And she does not have a name in this particular game, but that is her name across the series. So that's what I'll be calling her. Alrighty, so then let's go over to this location. These levels are generally fairly short, so they're not going to take very long, and my goal is to try to do one world per video. I think that's going to make for some really great pacing, and I don't want to waste your time. That is not my intention with any of my videos, guys. So, you will see me kind of speeding through a lot of these, and I do want these to be able to serve as a guide if you have never played this and want to try it out yourself. They're genuinely so much fun, and I highly recommend it. Alright, so here we go. Yet another dragon, they're just giving him out to us like candy.
Spyro, my friend, how about a hint on gliding?
You bet!
For the longest glide, press the jump button at the top of your jump, and try pressing the action button to drop down mid-flight.
Alright, so Spyro does not have a double jump, he has a glide instead. Now, I just want to highlight this particular moment right here, because this is the first level that we're doing, and this was the moment that I truly fell in love with the game. When I found out that you can stand on top of the level. Lesser games would have put an invisible wall there, but Spyro says no. All that. We're gonna give you as much freedom as we possibly can. Freedom to get fools like this. Here's an egg thief. This is yet another collectible throughout the game, and we're gonna have to collect them all. There are 12 eggs across the entire game, and you actually need 5 of them to be able to beat the game. So, of course, we were going to collect them all regardless, but that is the first thief egg there. Alrighty. So, there's just so much freedom that this game affords you compared to other platformers of the age. By the way, these sheep here, or other small creatures that we find and discover over the course of the game, they're known as fodder, and if you kill fodder, they drop butterflies that will heal Sparks, or occasionally even give you a one-up, a life, in the form of a butterfly. Alright, so yeah, I'm just having fun, guys. I've got just the biggest smile on my face as I'm playing this. I can't really stress enough how much I enjoy playing as Spyro. Because, honestly, compared to like a lot of other platforming characters at the time, his controls are really, truly top-notch. It's almost kind of unparalleled how fluid his controls feel. And that's not just to do with the remake here. Whoa, hello. Well, I guess that was a point against me and my evidence there. But yeah, the controls for Spyro are very, very fluid, super, super fun. It just feels extremely satisfying to do. Alright, so we're going to drop down here, and we've already reached the end of the level. So, I'm going to grab the dragon, and then get the rest of the treasure afterwards. Astor!
After you've freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
Uh-oh.
No thanks. See ya!
Yeah, that's the other thing I like about Spyro, is similarly to a lot of 90s collectathon platformer protagonists, he is sassy as hell. And we love him for that. Just a little shit. And I love those characters a lot more than others, I think. Anyone who doesn't take themselves too seriously. Alright, so, jumping down to the beach, we have this secret cave here. A secret tunnel that has a key. Now, I came back here first because you can't finish the level 100% on your first pass until you get this key. So we're going to go straight back to where we were and drop down this well that I ignored initially. Here we are. So we've got yet another dragon. I believe this is the last one, but before I grab him, I'm going to take this chest. Ah, what a lovely sound. Always satisfying every time I hear it. Gavin. Not a very dragon-y name, is it?
Watch the dragonfly, Spyro. His color indicates his power. When he eats butterflies, he stays strong. Like me.
Sure.
Love the nose ring, dude. Also, the other reason why I wanted to play this version over the original is because I just adore everything that they did with the adult dragons. The designs are very fun. To my knowledge, there aren't too many of them that repeat, whereas in the original, you kind of see that it recycles through the same sort of maybe 10 or so character models. I don't exactly remember how many there are, but yeah, there's not a whole lot of variety with the character design as far as the original, and that's understandable, considering the technical limitations of the time. Alright, so, I have only 4 gems left, and if we take a look at the guidebook, yeah, so that's all that's left to find in here. Now, there is a feature included in this game that is not in the original, at least not until the 3rd game, and even then, not until you, like, 100% everything, or beat it. But if you click the triggers, I think it is, no, you click the left stick on the controller, you can see Sparks will point you to whatever treasure you're missing. So that's something I actually appreciate having from the get-go. It's not something that I want to use too often here, because I do want to try going mostly off of my own memory. But if we come into situations like this, where it's like, oh, we only got like 1 or 2 gems left, then I'll just go ahead and find where it's at. So it looks like if we point it here, what did I miss? Is it down there? Or no, it's over in this direction. So yeah, I'm not going to use it too often, like I said, because I want to just kind of do it based on my own memory, but if I don't remember things, which I am ought to do, as I am in my 30s now, it's, oh, wow, okay, no wonder I couldn't find it. I somehow missed that Shepherd character there, that character, Shepherd. I missed him and did not kill him. Alright, cool. Now we found him, so we're going to go back and end the level. So these levels are generally very short. Even as the game continues, there's not a whole lot that's super long. And depending on my progression, I will do a lot more cutting than I typically do in my, for example, in my Crusader Kings series. There is more reason for us to do cuts here than in other spots. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so now, this time, I'm going to go down this tunnel that we've not visited yet, because there's just a whole bunch more gems sitting around waiting for us. And here is the balloonist that our first dragon told us about. This is how we get from world to world, so once we have 10 dragons, we'll be able to come back and do something with him. That's another thing I should mention. If you kill an enemy that you've already collected a gem from, he will not drop a gem. Instead, he'll drop these like little like crystal orb type things that if you collect enough of them, you get another one up. Not that I'm necessarily going to need that. I don't intend on dying. We'll see how true that ends up playing itself out. Alright. Also, something else I love that you can do is you can mess around in the loading screen. Fly kind of back and forth, up and down, and also do a barrel roll. Nothing to actually do there, but it is fun just to kind of pass the time. Alrighty. And every single time we enter a level, we get this sort of cinematic shot, which is just fantastic. Alright. This is Dark Hollow, and also just one of my favorite levels in terms of its atmosphere. Okay, and as you can see here, the sheep have been replaced by frogs, so if we kill them, they will give us some additional health. And also, you might see that these Norks have metal shields. If they put them up against us, which the first three have not, very foolishly, then the flame will not work. Oh, looks like you got a locked chest here. And then also, big enemies like this cannot be charged. Well, look at there. Look at that. We took our first hit, and Sparks has changed to the color blue. If he takes another hit, he'll become green. So let's not let that happen, shall we? But yeah, certain enemies cannot be flamed, and certain enemies cannot be charged. So there are some permutations with the enemy design and mechanics, but it's overall pretty simple.
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Their metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
So yeah, a lot of these dragons will just end up repeating what I've already stated, which is fine. You know, it's meant to be a game for children, or for people who just love good fucking games. Alright. Alright, we got a triple kill there. We did not get the quad. The overkill. But unfortunately, we'll have opportunities to do stuff like that again in the future. Alright, so before we move on, there is a hidden place. We can go here that you can only access by jumping from that ledge, and there's another one-up. The one-ups are like these little silver dragon statues, and they look super cool. I like the way they appear there. But in the future games, I think the one-ups just remain as butterflies. Very, very fancy and shiny butterflies, which we love. Alright. There we go. Just killing them all here. I think the guys with the shield will try to attack you if you let them, if you kind of stand in front of them for long enough, but we will not give them such an opportunity. No, sir. No, sir. Alright, just making sure I didn't miss anything, because I know there's like an offshoot that's easy to miss if you're not paying attention. It's not here, is it? No. Okay, must be in the next area. No, I think I did miss it, because that's the end of the level. Darius.
Big enemies like this Nork with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
Yes. So if you somehow didn't manage to figure that out on your own, it gives you the definitive proof you need. So yes, I did in fact miss the alcove that I was talking about, and that always kind of happens. It's super easy to overlook certain things in this game, and yeah, it was right over here. So, blended in with the background. Oh, goodness. So look at this guy. He's got a full suit of front plate armor, but he did forget to protect his ass. And so, his ass shall be torched. Same thing with this guy. So, like I said, there's some things that kind of shake up the formula, but it's not very complicated. Use your brain ever but a little, and it will work out in your favor. Alright, Oswin, this is our final dragon here.
Psst, Spyro. Want to know a secret? Use the action button when you want to zoom in and look around.
Oh, your secret's safe with me.
And so for the action button, that's not necessarily true. If you click for modern controllers, it's clicking in the right stick or clicking the Y button. I'm using an Xbox 360 controller, by the way, just for reference. It's just what I happen to have. It's the only wired controller that I have that can really work with this. I do not have an Xbox One, nor will I ever own an Xbox One. So there you go. If you use a PlayStation controller, it'll be the same thing. Just click in the right stick or hit triangle. If you use PC, keyboard and mouse, first of all, what are you doing? Why are you playing this game on or why are you using a keyboard and mouse to play Spyro? That's silly to me. So yeah, controller is the way to go, I think, for this game in particular. Some games I play controller, some games I play with keyboard and mouse. It really just depends. We will do both. I will never play this one with keyboard, though. Alrighty. So this should be the last of the treasure for this level here. No, we missed one. Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to click the stick and see what general direction we need to go in. And it looks like over here. What did I miss? Okay. We're gonna go over here. Was it back in that alcove area? Did I miss something? Let me just double check this corner. Remember Captain Price's advice. Check those corners! No. I think it was in that alcove area that I missed something. Interesting. Alright. See? Sometimes that can happen, guys. If you move too quickly, you'll miss important stuff. Where is it? It's gotta be around here some... Oh, there it is. Okay. Yep, so I just completely overlooked that. You guys were probably screaming at me from your computer screen or your phone screen, however you end up watching this. Alright, but let's continue on. We are done with this level. Did not get the skill point, I think, but that's alright. Like I said, it's not going to be my primary focus here. The skill points are just kind of optional objectives, and at the very end, I'll just kind of throw them all in together, whatever we don't get ourselves naturally. Cool, so that's yet another level done. We're making good progress. And so, I think next, to kind of shake things up, I'm going to do this secret level that I unlocked and didn't even really comment on. Yes, over here. So if you jump on all 5 of these platforms, it opens up this wall to the first flight level. Now these are some of the hardest, but also some of the most fun to do, because Spyro, being a young dragon, he can't really fly, per se. He can glide very gently towards the ground, but the flight levels are a different situation. They allow you to go full-on dragon and fly to your heart's content. And they're also timed, so what you're supposed to do, there's like 4 different objectives to destroy certain things and collect them all. Everything you destroy gives you some extra time, so the quicker you go, the better off you'll be. And as soon as I get these guys here, there we go. So that's the first of our objectives cleared, and we're gonna go through here, through the tunnel. I probably shouldn't have done that, so oops. Yeah, I might actually lose on my first attempt. I don't want to, but it might happen. So we got some chests here. There we go. This is where I was trying to get to after finishing the train, blowing up all the bombs there. And here we are, yeah, so we got some chests. They gave us 3 seconds each, so plenty of extra time. Alright, now we gotta go back the way we came. Next up, I believe I'm gonna go through the gates, because those are pretty close. Yes, right here. So the first flight level is not too bad, but they do get more difficult as time goes on. Also, for every single category of object that you complete, you gain gems for it, and for completing all of the categories by the end within the time limit, then you get the final set of gems. So that's kind of how that works. Alright, very nice. And then, cool, that brings us right up against the planes here. So I'm going to kind of divert my direction and start doing some aerial combat, some dogfighting. I absolutely love it. Woo! Super, super fun, guys. Alright. There we go, got the double kill, and unfortunately wasn't able to turn around fast enough for the other one. But it's okay, we got him regardless, and then there's only 2 gates left. Excellent. If you press the jump button, by the way, you do climb a little bit. But there we go. 16.6 seconds remaining on the time. If you can beat that, I would love to see it. Alright, so we don't need to retry, we're just going to move right on. That only took a couple minutes. Hell yeah. Alright, so we're doing great. There is, by the way, a total of 14,000 gems or treasure altogether throughout the game, and we will be collecting all of it. That that senile dragon at the very beginning, he, ironically enough, was right about both. Because we'll see what happens later on. I'm actually going to ignore this section for now. There's one other spot that we have yet to visit, and I believe it's this way. If not, then I'll turn back around. Did I just tackle him twice? I think I did. But there we go. Yes, I was right. We have not visited this place here. Tomas!
Hey, Spyro! Press the jump button twice to glide. And don't be afraid.
Of what?
Afraid? Of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks? Plummeting into prehistoric glaciers?
Oh, that.
Apparently there is something Spyro is afraid of. But I do just love the complete, like, insolence and just, you know, what you talking about, man? I got you. I mean, look at me. I'm already going around. I've saved a fair amount of dragons as it stands. And what are they doing? What are the adults doing? Just being useless. Alrighty. So that guy, as you've seen, he takes multiple flames before he dies. Alright, so now, going up here, it's gonna take us up the swirly. And then we have another level right here, the town square. Although before I do that, I want to grab this here, and so we only have 2 more gems left to collect in the hub world. So I'll find that. Oh, actually, there it is. It's right there on that other pillar. So jump back down, and this should be the last one. Yes. All right, there we go. That's every single gem in the Artisan world. And now let's go to the next level, just like that. We're not wasting any time here, folks. After a certain point, I think I'm going to start skipping through the loading screens, because it's just a little bit of dead space in terms of you know, filling in the void. And there's only so much I can look at this without getting sick of it, so I'm sure you guys will appreciate that. It just saves a few extra seconds off the time. But for now, I think for the first world, the first episode, I'm alright to wait. Alrighty, so now we got chickens instead of frogs, instead of sheep. So, like I said, every single world will kind of change what the fodder looked like. But they all do the same thing. They all die in one hit. Alrighty. There we go. Let's grab this next dragon here. I like that you can see 2 of them right here, almost side by side, just on different planes. Alright, Nils. Oh, you're super tall.
Welcome to Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring by gliding to that area with the bulls. Use the right stick to get a good look.
Alright. Alright, so these bulls, I don't remember if they can be charged. I don't think so. So I just flamed them automatically. There's going to be a lot of muscle memory going on here, especially since I did technically play this somewhat recently, although it was a few months ago. Alright. Very good. Yet another 1-up. We have yet to die, so we're just collecting them all like candy. Devlin. Instead of Delvin, we have Devlin.
Thanks, Spyro. I had the worst itch on the tip of my wing. Did you know that you get your longest glides by pressing the jump button at the very top of your jump?
Yeah, someone else already told me that. But I see, again, I love the dragon designs in this game. The fact that he had that cake and it said, "Thanks, Spyro," I don't know if he was planning on thanking him for something ahead of time, or and he just happened to have that, or what. But it is just so charming to me, and it just puts a smile on my face. Alright. So, yet more gems here. Okay, so we have the matadors, as well as the bulls. So, Toro. There it is. Kill them all. They will all die. We don't discriminate when it comes to doom, death, and destruction. Alright. I'm glad I turned around, because there was a gem I missed there. Okay, let's grab this dragon here, but we're not quite done yet. Alvar.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run! I'm getting a little winded.
just makes me laugh, guys. I just love it. I can't stress that enough. Okay, so what we're supposed to do is if we jump from here and veer to the right, there's a secret hidden ledge. And yes, we have our next egg thief. So we're going to grab him and torch him super fast. Now, something I want to mention that I did not know until I was doing a little research is that in the original PS1 version, only if you're playing in Japanese, or the Japanese version, there is actually another collectible called the Dragonfly Eggs, and it does not exist in any other version, not even in the Japanese remake, or sorry, the Japanese version of the Reignited Trilogy. But yeah, oh, Thor, God of Thunder!
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. You can always check your progress by accessing the guidebook through the pause menu.
Wow, this guy looks like if you just kind of blew in his general direction, he would fall over and die. Alright, so there we go. That was the last gem. I was starting to wonder where that might have been. But yeah, we still gotta collect the egg from the thief here. They are kind of annoying sometimes, and some of them are definitely more difficult to kill than others. Where'd he go? I hear him. Ooh, Jesus. Almost walked right off the edge there. Oh, there he is. Oh, what the heck? What? What? He jebaited me. He fully just jebaited me. Alright, well, I'll see you guys right back to where we're supposed to go. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? I'm gonna count this as my second official try. That other one didn't count. Okay. There we go. Just torched him while he was in mid-jump. That was the way to do it. Fantastic. Oh, also, I want to point out, the dragon eggs look different in this game compared to the original version. They made the eggs look like the way they do in the third game, whereas in the original they were kind of pinkish and more uniform in color. I'll go ahead and throw a graphic up on screen to kind of showcase that. But there you go. Yet another level done. And so, I'm just going to quickly check the guidebook here, see how we're doing. Oops, that was the wrong button. So yeah, as you can see, all of those have been 100%ed. We still have to find the last dragon and the last sort of... yeah, the last dragon, and I think that's going to be the rest of this world here. Alright. So I think at this point I am ready to face the boss. Let's do it. And we'll rescue our final dragon here in this world. Argus.
Cool flash. Do that again.
The Artisans' boss is through a portal behind me. You can challenge him now, if you feel you are ready.
Alright, so our first boss here is named Toasty! Let's fight him. Let's kick his ass. Oh, look at that background. Sunset against all the clouds there. I love the visuals in this game. Again, you're going to hear me say that a lot, and it's probably going to become tedious after a certain point, but I cannot stop gushing about the graphics of this game. Alright, but yeah, just take a look. Look at this vista. Look at this view. Oh, utterly gorgeous. Love it. Alright, so we've got some dogs here. Unfortunately, they are aggressive dogs. They are not good doggos. I mean, they are good doggos, but they're not good doggos from Spyro's perspective. So we must, unfortunately, destroy them, and just knock them straight into the water there. That's funny. Alright. So, yeah, and these guys do actually take 2 hits. That is going to be the case for some enemies. Spoiler alert. So, alright, moving along. You want to be very careful, yeah, because if you don't move out of the way, they do home in on your position. And I could be mistaken, I could be remembering this incorrectly, but that was something that this game was very, very well known for, and kind of revolutionary, was the fact that enemies don't just kind of go back and forth in patterns, they actively target you, because if you look, he's zeroing in on my position, and so do the dogs, and I don't know if there were any other games of note around that time that did stuff like that. So, yeah, very, very impressive from a technical perspective, and that's not the only thing that this game did that kind of revolutionized the gaming scene for the early 3D era. We'll get into that once we're in a level where such information would be relevant, but for now, Nevin. Oh, we just walked right through his thing there.
Nasty Nork has put one of his most devious henchmen in charge of the artisan world.
Bring him on. I think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful, Spyro. Toasty has many tricks up his sleeve.
Love the little eyebrow, like, wiggle there. That was so good. So good. There's so many subtle touches there. Oh, damn, we actually took a hit there. Alright, well, Toasty is a very easy boss. all you... Ooh, what was that? Was that a sheep? It makes you wonder, doesn't it? But yeah, Toasty does have some doggo companions, and look at that. It was, in fact, a sheep in a trench coat. Alright, gotta... Oh, goodness. Yeah. It's kind of hard to avoid taking hits there. You have to really be on your guard. But look at that. First boss is dead, and we have already won. Those should be the last couple gems for this level, and the last couple gems for the Artisan world as a whole. Here we go. So, 1,000 treasure for the first one, and before we go, I'm going to go ahead and double-check the guidebook. There we are. Everything has been 100% completed for the Artisan world, so we are ready to move on to the next stage here, guys. We're going to get those... Just going to heal up Sparks for a second. There we are. Bring him back up to full. I don't like when my friend is hurt. I don't like it one bit. Alright. So, we have officially finished the first world here, guys, and so we're going to talk to the balloonist and end things off.
Wow! I see you've been busy rescuing dragons, Spyro. You may travel to the Peacekeeper's world if you like. Are you ready to go?
We are ready to go, but I'm going to actually end the episode here. Thank you so much for watching the first episode of Spyro the Dragon in the Reignited Trilogy. If you guys enjoyed this the way that I did, I would really appreciate a like, perhaps a comment, and a subscription if you're brand new to the channel and you want to see more of this. I'm going to be making videos regardless, but the more that we can expand our reach and our audience, I think the more fun we're going to have overall. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy and have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all next time.